Hey everyone, it's Melissa. Welcome back to my channel. If you haven't done so already, make sure you like and subscribe for more homeschool content. The last time I talked to you guys, I was super pregnant and I gave you a homeschool tour. Today I'm going to be doing a review of our curriculum from last year, which was The Good and the Beautiful. It was our main curriculum. We used some other resources, but this was the one that we used the most. So I'm going to tell you what I thought about the curriculum, if we liked it, and if we're going to use it this year. So let's get right in and I will start talking about the curriculum. Okay, so the first thing we did last year with Will was my main schooler because Alice was a little younger, is we started him with the pre-K course. So he was technically a kindergartner last year, but he could have been a preschooler because of his age. We started him in the kindergarten work. If we had sent him to public school, he would have been in kindergarten this upcoming year, but we happened to complete the kindergarten coursework this past year, so he's actually going to be a first grader, and this is just because of his July birthday. So that's just how that worked out. So I'm going to tell you how we kind of went through this. Will, just from the preschool he was in, we didn't attend that regularly. It just wasn't working out for us, which is one of the reasons we decided to homeschool in the first place. But for him, we really needed to start back with the pre-K, so I just wanted to give him a good foundation. So we started with the pre-K coursework here. And their pre-K goes over a little bit of everything. So it says pre-K covers numbers, letters, sounds of the letters, and gives children practice with fine motor skills, and teaches about colors, shapes, counting, rhyming, sorting, order of events, and more. So I really wanted to start with that. There are, how many lessons? Just to give him like a good foundation. There were 50 lessons in here. No, hold on. There were 53 lessons in here. We did about 2 a day and got through this in about a month. So this was pretty quick to do this book. And I'm glad we went through this at first just for where he was at. I just thought it was a good, nice foundation. Then we went through and we did the Level K primer. And this one, master letters, master numbers 1 through 15, learn long and short vowels, read simple words, rhyming, sorting, and more. So that was what we did in this book. This one has 34 lessons. We also did 2 lessons a day in this book and got through this rather quickly. So between these 2 books, it didn't take more than, for him, a couple of months. And then for language arts, we moved into the language arts course book, and this is actually how I taught Will to read, and it was really, really cool. I will say I think their language arts is a little bit more advanced than their math. I felt like was really on grade level. The language arts felt a little advanced, so this one was a little bit tougher for us. It took us a little bit longer to go through. So we finished our math in May, and we finished our language arts a little bit later, but that was also because we did these ones too. We started the math right at the beginning of the year along with our Level K and primer, if that makes sense. So we did these. This is how I taught Will to read. So in this book, it's phonics, reading, spelling, literature, grammar, punctuation, and art appreciation. And some of the things I really like about this curriculum is that it is Christian-based, it references God, it talks about God, but not in a super intense way. I like how it mentions God, but so far I felt it's been very lightly sprinkled throughout, which really works well for us. It's been a nice introduction for my kids. You have sight word charts in the beginning of the book, and these were able to be mastered pretty easily throughout the year. There were 5 units, I think. Yeah, and like beautiful art pages throughout the book like this. So it incorporates art, incorporates language, reading, phonics, and this is a spiral approach to learning. So it'll mention a concept a little bit, and then it'll come back to it and come back to it until it kind of comes full circle. So I like that. It worked really well for the short attention span of my kindergartner, and this is great. We love this one. And Will is reading, which is really, really cool. We also ordered these, the beginner books box sets to go with it, and he was really reading these by the end of the year. He was able to read all these books. It was really cool. He liked these a lot. Then I'll go into the other things that we did. So we used the handwriting kit, and basically whatever was suggested on the Good and the Beautiful website is what I ordered. And I kind of, just my personality, I like to have a checklist of things to do, and I like to be able to follow that. So that is something that this curriculum does really, really well. I will show you that in the math. So for your math, kindergarten math came in 2 books. This was the first one, and this was the second one. So you can see they're pretty thick books. It's a spiral approach. And he, I have to say, really excelled in math. I think this curriculum and math in particular made us really enjoy homeschooling. And as a mom, it really gave me the confidence that I needed to know that I could homeschool, because it gave me checklists of things that I needed to do and accomplish, and I was able to check them off as we went along and trust and know that he was getting everything he needed from the curriculum. So I'll just show you here. You can see the first lesson. It has the checklist and stuff. So worked really well. He was really proud of himself when he finished. And this is the math box. You liked the math. You liked your math, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So math, it also gives you access to a couple of songs about the seasons. You do the date, and you will also go through your calendar every day, which was really fun. This was the calendar that came with the math kit, and it was cool because he got to write in there. He got to make a picture for each month, and he learned about, you know, the seasons, the weather, all here. I didn't have to do anything extra. In the schools, they'll do like their daily circle time with the calendar, but we had ours right here, so it was really complete, I felt like, and it was all there. And then with math, which I also really liked, was the activity box. So when you order your math activity box, it comes with lots of manipulatives. So if you have a learner who likes manipulatives, or likes to use their hands, or likes to touch things to learn activities, it's really, really helpful. There's lots of different pieces, little shapes for when we did shape puzzles, garden manipulatives we used for problems and counting, and blocks. And the book tells you exactly when to use your manipulatives and exactly when you need them. So I loved the math kit. Math was our favorite. Math ended up being Will's favorite subject, so we really liked that. And there was one other thing that we used from the Good and the Beautiful, and that was the handwriting set. I bought my daughter the doodles and pre-writing, but she honestly really wasn't ready. She was only 2 this year, so I tried to get her involved in the lessons, but she usually ended up playing a lot of Play-Doh while we did school. So Will, this is her book. This is his handwriting book, and it's fun because you can color in the book, and it just takes you through all the letters in the handwriting. So this was a nice extra activity to help you complete, you know, your kindergartner's learning. And then the other thing that we did was a lot of reading. There are books that are suggested in the Good and the Beautiful book list, wholesome Charlotte Mason type stories. So we bought a bunch of them, and we tried to keep up with the reading log. And there were some other resources that we did use last year that I will talk about at another time. But this was our main. This was our spine, if you will. And we really love it. I know a lot of people love The Good and the Beautiful. I know it's not for everybody. It's Christian based, and some people like a secular curriculum. Some people prefer a mastery based curriculum instead of the spiral, but for us, this is it. This is what we love, and we will absolutely be using this year. I have ordered for Will a bunch of new things and some additional subjects, so I'm going to talk about that more in my next video. I will unbox all of our stuff that we got and show you all the new stuff. I'm really excited. So if you haven't done so already, make sure you like and subscribe. I am going to try my best to bring you new homeschool content every week, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!